All right. So this is again take two because apparently I can't seem to correctly share my screen or turn my mic on. So this is the second attempt at sharing another power user tip for Logos. So let me begin by sharing the correct uh, program. Hopefully this time I will do this correctly. Actually, I want to share the screen. I think this is the one that I want to share. And yeah. Okay. So here we go. I think this is it. All right. So say we want to look at a specific word in Greek in the New Testament. So if we open up our Bibles to, for example, um, let's go with James because that's the book that I'm in right now. I'm teaching in my other podcast through my church. And there is lots of different things that really, can bring some beneficial understanding for word studies. You have to use them very carefully, though. The trick is understanding the right semantic meaning for the given text, and part of the way that we do that is through first, or at least one of the ways that we do that is by looking at what lexicon to say. So what's an awesome feature of Logos is that, for example, we can take, let's say, faith here, and we can go and open up a Bible word study. And so we can see, okay, pistis. All right. So this would mean faith, faithfulness, assurance, belief. Now, usually the typical way people like to go about this is that they look at the various meanings in the lexicon. So BDAG, for instance, gives us, uh, yeah, that's a little bit much there. Faithfulness, reliability, fidelity, commitment, et cetera, et cetera. And there's lots of different lexicons people can go to. Now, that's really great. People can get a lot of benefit out of that. But something to bear in mind is that sometimes we should know how to do that ourselves. We should know how the lexicographers, I think that's the right way to say that, came up with these definitions. And so the way that we can go about that is first by doing a bit of backtracking. So if we look at pistis here, we see the different various understandings in English it could mean, but we can actually go to the Septuagint and find out how pistis translates certain Hebrew words. So, for instance, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, nine different words that translate into pistis from the Hebrew text. So this is really interesting because if you want to find out, for instance, where words in the Greek are translated from in Hebrew, you can find this tool extremely accessible. Okay. That's one way of doing it. And another kind of helpful tool is if you, again, don't have lexicons, you don't have, all those different things, or you don't really trust lexicons. I can totally get it. You can do the due diligence, though, by going over to the Septuagint. But also, what's awesome here is that in these textual searches, you can look at, okay, they create searches for, okay, how where is this word pistis, which is again the Greek word for faith, where is it mentioned in the New Testament? And you could see this search of all the places that pistis is mentioned. Okay, you can also go and check out the apostolic fathers and see where pistis is mentioned among the apostolic fathers to get a range of meanings, or a range of contexts that are talking about in here. Okay, so you can also check out some Second Temple sources like Josephus, Philo, Greek classics. There's this thing on Logos that I believe you can get for free. Let me just pull this up and make sure that you can get this still. Um, yeah, so yeah, here, Perseus. Classics. I'm probably not spelling that correctly. So here, yeah, here we go. So yeah, um, I think, yeah. So if you look at just Perseus Greek classics, I think if we just did it like that, then it'll show up. And yeah, here we go. This is for free. And this is over 1,000 resources right here you can get for free on Logos. This is just amazing to me. Now you can look at that and download it onto your Logos. And from there, you can then search for all of those references where it mentions pistis, and it occurs almost 1,700 times in Greek uh, classics in 100 or 1,410 verses. That to me is really game changing in terms of if you want to not rely on lexicons and you have a little bit of background in the Greek language, you can go about getting the semantic domain of a particular word through that process. So it's a little bit more work intensive, but it's well worth pursuing. So I hope this helped. I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to make this video too long, but again, I hope this helped and hopefully hopefully it recorded this well this time. But thanks. Sign off.